Motown, the evolution of music.
Motown was a dream turned into reality for legendary founder Berry Gordy. In January of 1959, Berry Gordy established Motown Records. He then recruited various artists who produced many top hits on the charts. These artists include Jackson 5, Tia Marie, Switch, The Marvelettes, Diana Ross and the Supremes, Smokey Robinson, Bill Cosby, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Johnny Gill, and Marvin Gaye, and Stevie Wonder.
Berry Gordy co-wrote Money by Barrett Strong, which gave him the money at 2648 West Grand Boulevard, where he boldly hung a sign inside of Hitsville, USA over the front door. Motown would be headquartered there for the next decade, absorbing adjoining buildings on both sides of the street.
Motown became a diverse cultural likeness for many people. It was the most successful African-American owned and employed record company / business. Motown quickly skyrocketed to the top of the music industry. Its artists quickly became among the most popular. They developed a sound in which people started to call the sound of young America. This sound includes a blend of church tradition, pop sensibilities, and jazz virtuosity. Besides the sounds of Motown and the artists, Motown was known for its top hits. The Marvelettes, Mary Wells, The Miracles, and Martha and the Vandellas instantly began making constant hits for Motown. Most of these hits were written by Smokey Robinson. The Marvelettes had Motown's pop #1 called Please Mr. Postman. Stevie Wonder's first hit, Fingertips Part 2, and his album The 12-Year-Old Genius was Motown's first #1 LP. Then Smokey Robinson helped the Temptations create plenty of hits, including My Girl. His doings for the Temptations guided the team, Brian Holland, Eddie Holland, and Lamont Dozier. This trio helped guide the Supremes and Four Tops to the top. Starting in 1964, the Supremes had 10 #1 pop hits and 5 more in the top 10. Other songwriters and producers, which would include Johnny Bristol, Harvey Fakua, Ivy Johanna, Sylvia Moy, Henry Cosby, and arrangers such as Paul Reiser and Willie Shorter, helped the growth of the Motown sound. By the mid-60s, Motown sound had captured the ears of the U.S. listening public and started making major progress. Gordy quoted, "We will release nothing less than a top 10 product on any artist, and on the Supremes will release only #1 records." In 1966, 22 Motown singles reached the top 20 of the pop charts, with 3 reaching #1. Between 1961 and 1971, 163 Motown singles hit the top 20 and 28 topped the pop chart. Inside Hitsville, Gordy established departments for every aspect of the business. The complex was home to a round-the-clock recording studio, home of the Marvelous Funk Brothers House Band, which gave Motown its characteristic sound, as well as a rehearsal hall, music publishing, record promotion, a booking agency, the finance department, an area for teaching artists, flashy crowd-pleasing stage choreography, and even artist development classes, where Miss Maxine Powell gave performance lessons in media relations and proper etiquette. The company also grew downtown into the Donovan Building on Woodward Avenue. Later in the 60s, instant hits came from Gladys Knight and the Pips, Junior Walker, and the All-Stars. The duo of Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, plus the fresh and youthful Jackson 5, kept Motown high on the charts. In 1969, the Temptations' Cloud 9 earned Motown its first Grammy Award. In 1970, Edwin Starr's explosive #1 hit War seized the sprint of the moment. And in that charged atmosphere, the singular political and spiritual statement of the turbulent times may have come from Marvin Gaye, whose 1971 LP What's Going On was hailed as the greatest soul music album ever recorded. As the second decade began, Motown got ready to relocate its headquarters to Los Angeles in 1972. This allowed for better participation in the entertainment industry, including films. Diana Ross, who left the Supremes for a dazzling solo career, earned praise and an Oscar nomination for her portrayal of Billie Holiday in Lady Sings the Blues. Motown's third decade provided both new sounds and a reminder of the legacy it had created. Diana, Stevie, and Smokey, among others, continued to climb the charts, joined by Rick James' punk-funk jams, the DeBarge Family Harmonies, and ex-Commodore's lead singer, Lionel Richie big ballads and rhythmic workouts.
Celebrating a quarter century of excitement, the 1983 TV special Motown 25, Yesterday, Today, Forever, featured most of Motown's original superstars and hailed, as Gaye said during his performance, 25 years of climbing and building and opening doors and breaking old rules. That same year, the film and soundtrack album The Big Chill connected with the generation that had grown up with the Motown sound, boosting Motown's catalog business to unprecedented levels. Gordy sold Motown Records to MCA and Boston Partners in 1988, ending Motown's era as an independent company. In 1994, Motown was purchased by Polygram, and in 1998, Polygram was acquired by Seagram's, which had earlier bought MCA and now folded Motown into the newly created Universal Music Group. UMG quickly skyrocketed to the top because Stevie Wonder stuck around to put out some top hits such as Signed, Sealed, Delivered. He was even featured on fellow Motown artist Bill Cosby's show, The Cosby Show, in the late 80s, which was great publicity for UMG. In 1999, UMG formed Universal Motown Republic Group, combining UMG, Motown Records, and Republic Records. This quickly gained a lot of new artists and new faces such as Akon, Erykah Badu, and Chris Brown. It even started well-known rapper Lil Wayne off with his career as well as his record label, Young Money Cash Money Billionaires. Today, UMRG is located in Santa Monica, California, and is the largest music corporation in the world because of its big-name record labels such as Interscope, Geffen, A&M, and the Island Def Jam Music Group. And to think, none of this would have happened without Berry Gordy and his $800 loan. Today, the most popular genres of music are hip-hop, rap, R&B, and soul. And this all started from Berry Gordy in Detroit with that building Hitsville, USA, and that classic Motown sound.